Well, hello! Welcome back to Create 2 Mechanism 2. Well, Sky Edition 2, I should say. Thanks for joining me on another adventure. For my 5 viewers or so, you may notice that a few things have changed. If you look in the upper left, up there, I can't point. Sorry, up there, we have quite a bit of EMC, and our days have progressed by about 20 days. Let's see if we can jaunt over there in third person. Oh, yep, run over the saw. Okay. So I've done a bit of work. I set up this EMC automation. We'll go over that a bit. There's now steam. And look, no more water wheels. Yay. So I'm going to go over all that in a bit. I did a lot of prep work because I felt like a lot of that was kind of menial task, and I just wouldn't have made for a good video. You know, it's just like, place this block here and do this here and move this around, and me cussing at the game because it wasn't doing what I wanted. So yeah, I just figured a lot of that could be background work and get a lot of prep work. I also upgraded my backpack, and I've got a crafting grid in here now. I've got a feeding upgrade in here now. Got a bunch of stock links. I went ahead and looked at this week what we're going to be doing, the Bronze Age, and I've set up a bunch of equipment. I got it ready for us. So we need some spouts, which I now have 4 of. We're going to need some millstones. Let's go ahead and pull these out because I know we're going to need them. We need at least 4 extruders. And then I was thinking 4 fans. We're going to be washing some stuff. Or at least 3. That's right, 3. So, before we get into that, let's just have a quick tour. Let's go into FreeCam and we'll take a look. So what happened here, I set up an EMC link, and that was very expensive. But actually, so let's go back into first person. Nope. Here we go. Let's go back into first person. Let's just have a look around. I'll show you what I did. So basically, this EMC link, I can pull from my EMC. I push slime into this barrel. It drops down, gets haunted. There's a 25% chance of it turning into a slime ball. Or, sorry, an ender pearl. And then those ender pearls get pushed back into here. It's kind of slow, but as you can see, I'm already at 5.6 million. So while I did that early on, and so while I've been doing all these other tasks, that's just been going. And yeah, it's adding up quick. Early on, what I did, remember the table used to be here. What I would do is just come in here and I would grab a bunch of slime. I would just fill my inventory with slime. And then I'd come over here and I would just drop it all into here. I'd wait for it to turn into ender pearls. Now remember, this was before I had the link. So once they all turned into pearls, which doesn't take too long, actually. No need to wait, but yeah, so I just turn them all into pearls, and then I would just stick them all in here, and it would add up pretty quick. I think it cost about 7 million, was it 7? To create the first EMC link. I can't remember now. And then I went ahead and upgraded it to a Mark III because I had enough EMC to do that. And now it's just cooking along. It's actually at a fast enough export rate that I can export the slime and cook it faster than it can import it because these pipes aren't super fast. So once I get better pipes, we can cook them faster. I also, with the excess EMC, upgraded to a tablet. So now I can use my EMC anywhere. I'm not stuck to coming over here and clicking on this. And also, since I have the backpack upgrade for crafting, I don't need to use this table. I left it here. I may do a smithing table upgrade in my backpack soon so that I don't need this. But for now, I still need this to create different things. Right? We're relying pretty heavily on this for this mod pack, which is cool. I like that. It's a different change of pace. What else? I have more chain drives going around the base. None of these provide power except for that one over there. These are all just for frog porch, which I've slowly been adding on. So this one is for once this has a surplus. This EM Stockwink is linked up to my main storage over there. So when I'm at my storage, if there's any in here, I can request them. Same for the Coke. We have this nourished Coke in here, which right now we're out of because they're all being used up in here. Once this is, which we're almost there. Oh no, this needs to fill up, which will take quite a while. But yeah, this holds nourished Coke, and I can now request those over at my main storage. And you're probably asking yourself, why do I need Coke? No, it's not because I have a habit. All right, it's because I was looking ahead in this week's grass age, and I know that we're gonna need it somewhere. I don't remember where, actually. I guess we'll find out when we get there, huh? I think it was for the Tinker's Construct portion somewhere. I honestly don't remember now. I just remember seeing I needed Coke. So I guess we'll figure it out when we get there, huh? But here's what this week looks like. So here's where I needed the extruders. We're gonna extrude, grind, wash, and that'll get us these steps. And then using Tinker's Construct, we're going to melt these down into molten iron, put them into buckets, and then right here we need to combine them in a smeltery. Right? This is a smeltery. I don't know. I haven't used Tinker's Construct, I hate to say. So this will be fun. I need to figure out, I know it's an alloy, so we need to combine the copper and the brass, or sorry, the copper and the zinc. We need to combine these two to create the brass. And then this one's straightforward. We just turn it to iron, and then down here we will shoot the molten iron onto the quartz, and that'll get us the tubes. And then this one's a little bit different. We'll get into that. We'll probably do this line first because this will require a little bit of manual setup, which will be fun. Water. And then this will be a little bit of manual setup till we get down to here. So, anywho, let's just, oh, also we didn't explore, I wanted to show you this real quick too. So if you remember, there was water wheels that were extending way out here. So I cleaned all that up. I now have a level 9, full level 9 steam boiler, which is, this is the biggest you can have without whatever those blaze cakes are called. So I'm perfectly fine with that. And if you notice, even at the fastest RPM we can have, we're only using 40,000. So we're only using what, like a third? And that's with all of that stuff running. I have a lever on that one so I can turn off that whole section right there. So once that's all stocked up, which I don't know if it ever will be, but I can turn that off. And then I plan to basically mirror all of this for the next 2 or so chapters on that side. So that's where we're going to start with today. But we're just going to have levers where we can turn them on or off. And yeah, once this isn't enough power, which I'm sure it will be because we'll be getting into power stuff here real soon, and we probably won't need as much mechanical force, but I don't know, we'll see. But I'll just put another steam engine right here, right where I'm standing, and it'll just tie right into this and feed along here. Awesome, right? Right. I thought so. And I was going to cover these up, but I actually kind of like it not covered up. So, whoops. We're just going to leave it alone. Cool. Oh, I also have this neat little setup. So I realized that netherite ingots are not renewable. You can't get them in, let's just go. We go to netherite ingots. They're not EMCable, and none of the scraps aren't EMCable, and neither is the debris. So I decided to just get a little thing set up. So what I do is I fill this with blackstone, which I should probably do that again. Grind it into ground blackstone using this millstone. That then gets sifted into this andesite, the sifter. And part of that gives me these netherite scraps, or the debris scraps, these little tiny ones. 9 of those gives me 1 netherite scrap. And then the excess stuff that comes out of there, I just trash because I don't need it. I did keep some of this and I put it in my storage just in case we need it. And I can always remove this trash can and let this build up if I ever need it again. But it's just gunpowder, blackstone, and I can't even remember what the other one is. It's that guy. Whatever. But yeah, so that's what this little setup is. Pretty nifty. And that way, I just always have, as long as I keep this filled with blackstone, which is not hard to do. Just come up here, go like that. As long as I keep it filled up, this will just keep throwing netherite into there. So whenever we need netherite, we have a bunch of scrap sitting here waiting for us. What else is new? I think that's about it. Yeah, I just got a smeltery here and then a haunter. Right now the haunter is mostly just for EMC. You can manually toss things in here and it'll just sit there until you pick it up. Good enough for me. If I could get ink from a squid, which I should have done before I removed all the water, that would actually be a little bit quicker in my research for the netherite or for the EMC conversion. But I'm actually not too worried about it because if you notice, just standing here talking, we've already got almost another million. We're at about like 900 per second, so we're doing pretty good. And once I defeat a wither, we can put a nether star on a deployer, and once you hit a diamond with it, that'll turn into an emerald, and that's a really good conversion. So we may go that route later, but for now, we're just cooking along. I think that's about it for the news. Let's see. Yeah, we got our cool little frog port set up. I had to move this stuff around a little, so when I request things from Mr. Pig here, it still comes here, but also if I request things from my different places around, I'll send it to main, which is this guy here, and they'll still get delivered into this. That's about it. As more and more things I deem I want in my main inventory, there's a clipboard right there. I right click this clipboard on the frog port, and then my inventory knows about it. Or that's mostly just to deliver things to it, but still, as long as the EMC link, which I have a bunch of now, as long as this tuned to my main network, which I believe it already is, then that storage over there, my main storage, knows about it and I can request it. So yeah, it's pretty much that easy. It's almost like wireless, except you got to have these. I did change the config setting because I got tired of this frog wouldn't reach. He was like just a few blocks off and I didn't feel like moving this whole thing. So in the configs, I changed to air. No big deal, right? But okay, well, I think that's enough yapping. Let's get started over here. I'm going to expand this side and we're going to basically just do the same thing we did here, but going out in the north direction. And that's about it. Okay, real quick. I did make a comment in the last video about how it feels like it's always night, and that does seem to be the case, except right now, where it's not night. And I need it to be night because in this step, we need gem dust, which is by dropping an anvil onto an apotheosis gem. Those gems can only be found as loot from mobs. So I need to kill some mobs, and I could build some sort of like killing chamber or a mob farm or something, but I kind of just want to let them naturally spawn and fight them. I think that'll just be the quickest way, even though I don't really have any armor. I probably should build some armor, although it may... does it take the... Oh, it does. I was afraid of that. Ooh. We don't have much of this stuff right now. Probably build some real fast, hopefully before nightfall. I don't have a sword either. I should at least build a shield, right? Shield? Oh no! Oh no! We need a leather shield first? Oh no! We're gonna be in a world of hurt. I wish I had a AE2 right now. That would be like one of the first patterns I would make is these Opinium core stuff. Oh boy, there we go. We have a shield now. Are you kidding me? Oh, I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Now we need stone. I seriously... Everything else about this mod pack I like, but I hate these Opinium cores. I hate them with a passion. Oh, I think I'm one short. Oh, you... Please be enough. Please be enough. Please be enough. Please. Okay. That's just gonna have to do. Well, the other part of this, I guess while we wait for another nightfall, or I'll build a thing, I should build a mob farm. We need to go up to, let's read this again. Cloud in a bottle can be attained by right-clicking empty bottle in the sky on cloud level. Y equals 192, and we are currently at 65. Let's get us a bottle and go all the way up to 190, whatever. Cloud storage. Sweet. So as you can see, even after killing all these mobs, those gems, they're just elusive. They don't want to land in my pocket. I don't know what it is. It's a nice, warm, inviting pocket. And the gems, they just stay away. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm a nice guy. Why won't the gem come visit my pocket? This is the first time taking a nap. That's funny. Burn! Burn, all of you! Burn! Is this gonna work? Oh, it is working. Oh, look at that. It's glorious. Oh, it's glorious. Okay. So one tree farm will feed all of these. Or should we do lava? I think lava, because then I don't have to worry about charcoal. You need a fan and a furnace. And... Oh! Damn, creeper blew up on me. That scared me. I totally didn't even see it coming. I didn't even know there was a creeper over here. Boy, molten zinc, copper, and iron. All right. Oh yeah, there's brass, baby. That mixture looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. We'll just do a quick tour, real quick. Quick tour, real quick. All right. So at the front of the line, just like we had before on this side, we have a bunch of extruders. We have cobble, diorite, and granite. All three of them are getting crushed. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with free cam. Let's make it a little easier. Okay, so they're all being extruded onto belts, and then they're getting crushed, as you can see right here. So they get put into the millstones, they get crushed, and then I need to fill some gaps. And then once they're crushed, then they're washed. Down below here, you see we have 3 washing stations. Okay, so they get washed up, and then they get. Let me go back to the side. Then they get put into these drawers. Each one has their own product with a byproduct. So iron, you get flint with it. Zinc, you get nether quartz. And copper, you get redstone. Thankfully, with these two, I can EMC the quartz and the redstone. This one, the flint, is basically just garbage. So. Because I don't have brass filters or brass funnels yet with filters, I can't filter out just the nugget. So I use another drawer to pull just the nuggets from this one using the puller card. So I just pull the nuggets from each of these, and then I use a funnel to then push that into the Tinker's Construct smelter. Oh, that was glitchy. Yeah, push those nuggets into the Tinker's Construct. Down below, I have the seared fuel tank on each of them. And to provide lava for that, I have just a very simple cobble gen with feeding a chute down to a porcelain crucible, as you can see there. And just below the porcelain crucible, I made a bit of a mess down here, but just below that is a lava source. See if I can get a good view of it. Not really. Can make everybody seasick. Oh yeah, here we go. So cobble gen down into a crucible, below it's lava, so that's creating lava. I'm pumping it. Oh my gosh, it's so touchy. I'm pumping it out into this pump or this pipe network. So the pipe network not only provides the melters so that it'll melt those nuggets uh, into the slurry, but also to make the brass, I need an alloy of copper and zinc, which requires a mixer underneath or above a heated blaze burner. So that same lava coming from this crucible setup is also feeding the blaze burner because he's got a little straw hat on him. So yeah, that's that whole setup. So now we have molten brass, and then I just need to put that into Tinker's construct casting table, and we'll make ourselves some brass nuggets, and then we can be done with this whole right side basically. As soon as I can get a stinking gem, I can finish this middle part, and then I think this one, in my experimenting, this one's really quick. Okay, so something happened. I was doing a little off-camera prep work. I was gonna make. Oh, I hear a spider. Hold on. Rewind. Reverse. Oh, there's still an Enderman here too. Hold on. Let's deal with this spider. All right. Let's let's try this again. So in my hand, I have a gem, and behind me. Oh, thanks for moving, Mr. Enderman. That was good timing. And behind me, you see a box. Funny story about that. I was doing a little off-camera setup work, and I just so happened to be attacked by a bunch of mobs. And while I was inside, I was killing them, and this just plopped into my lap, quite literally. Insert footage now. So yeah, here I am, just minding my business, putting down a few layers of weatherproof brick. Getting some materials, laying out the foundation. I just make a small box, and then what? Where'd you guys come from? Why are you attacking me? What did I do? Leave me alone, sir. No, I do not want to extend my vehicle's warranty. No, I don't need a new roof, and no, I didn't receive hail damage. Oh, hello, spider. Can you please leave me alone? Yes, my attacking skills are amazing. Ooh, what's this? Did you just give me a gem? No freaking way. Did you make it back? You didn't get lost? Cool. I hope you enjoyed that. Anyways, so thankfully, I still want to finish this because I'm going to fight the weather in here. I was using weatherproof blocks so that, weather won't destroy everything. But I was going to turn it into just a quick little mob spawner so that I could stand out here and swipe at their feet. But as I was doing that, it's not very well lit up over here, and mobs were attacking me, as you saw. And because of that, I finally got a stupid gem. So now we can. Oh, that's full. I should pay more attention. I don't even need this anymore. I don't know why I'm still using it. Whatever. I should reclaim this space right here and do something else with it, like more sifters or something. I don't know. Look at all that. That's cool. We're gonna need this in just a sec. I'll explain. Okay, so first things first. What we need to do is, to get this bad boy, we need to crush that gem I just got with an anvil. We need some gunpowder, and I already got this cloud in a bottle. Right? Didn't I? I swear I did. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and crush her real quick. We'll just do it right here. So we'll do that. Whoops. Boom! Thank you. So let's toss this. And this. And then I need gunpowder. All right, skystone. Now with this is not EMCable. However, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. However, once this is smelted, the skystone block is. And thanks to movie magic, it's done already. Look at that. Okay. So, that is. Now, let's grab a couple stacks of these. In order to get this certiseed, which we're going to need over on this leg, there's a chance of getting it by sifting crushed skystone. this is my cool little setup where it crushes it and then sifts it. I'm gonna just toss a bunch up in here, let it crush and sift. And eventually down here in the bottom, we should get a Certus seed. We might already have some. Yeah, look at that. 2 Certus seeds. Okay. Now, I'm just going to run through this left leg real quick because it's pretty quick to get to this charged part. To get the next level, we just need to spurt a bunch of water on here. And we don't need to automate this because this is a one-time thing. So I'm going to just use this water source right here. That Enderman's getting really annoying. Don't know if you can hear him or not, but it's kind of pissing me off here. Where should I run this? This is kind of temporary. I don't... Yeah, there we go. And we'll just throw the pump in right here. Bada boom, bada bing. We'll set up our spout right here with a depot. Do I have any depots? Depot, I do. Cool. We just need to attach our gear right about there. That'll fill up with water. All right. Now, okay, we grabbed the first one. Let's grab the tiny as soon as it's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I grab it too soon? Shoot, I did. 1, oh, there we go. So we got the medium. Or tiny, whatever. Yeah, tiny. And then we'll grab the small. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll get us to the next step. And then the last step is just actual Certus, which is EMCable. So we don't need to do this again. So we can learn that. There we go. That's that done. Okay, now back over here. I think what I want to do is we need to combine these two together and then this also. So along this side, I should have pre-planned this a little better. This is kind of in the way, but I think I'm going to put another extruder right here and then have another belt going this way. So not a big deal. So the way these work, I don't know if I explained it with the extruders. This says 4x, but basically the compressed, whatever compressed block you use underneath it, the higher the number of the compressed blocks, the less boinks it takes to make one block. So if I go to Skystone to generate the base Skystone with an extruder, if I use a 5x block, it only takes 1 bonk. So that's 59,000 blocks. 1x, where did it go? There it is, 2x. Okay, so 2x is 4 bonks. So every 4 times this comes down, it'll make 1 Skystone. It's good enough. These usually keep up, so I'm not too worried about it. Notice this one's not even running. None of these are even running. They keep up well enough. It's other stuff down the line, like the grindstone or the millstones. Those usually are what have the problem, so I'm not too worried about it. We now have sky stuff things. Did I forget? Oh, I see. Okay. You're automated? Yes, you are. You're automated, sorta. I think we'll use an EMC link for that. All right, so just real quick, I forgot to record this part of it. But yeah, I'm just crushing the Skystone, creating the Skystone, crushing it, and then pushing that into the drawer system. From there, I'm pushing it into the basin. There's an infinite water supply behind that basin that's pumping water into that. So it's basically just that crushed Skystone being pumped into the basin, being mixed with the Skystone, and then that creates the sky. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get... So to do this right here, we need power. In my testing, I feel that's what I feel like is the best energy generation. I want to do the thermo generator because with this bad boy, the heat sources, I can do this red matter block. I have plenty of EMC and I can generate quite a bit of EMC or quite a bit of power doing that. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Now, as you can see, we're making 32 FE per tick. Not a ton, but it's more than I need for the electricity I need to charge the Certus. So let's come back up to here. So to charge Certus, we can either do it in Power. I love Power and I want to get to Power, but the problem is you need a way to automate this, and most system like a hopper or a funnel, it will keep inserting items into the energizer, the energizing crystal or orb, whatever it's called. Yeah, energizing orb. And so it'll fill up. And as soon as you put more than one in here, it stops working and it won't energize it. So you need some sort of smarter system like Super Factory Manager, which we don't have in this pack, or you need, what am I trying to say? AE2. I have done it with pattern providers, which works great. Or modular routers works great, which I don't think we have in this pack either. Anyways, long story short, there's really no easy way to do it right now. But this way, I tested the charger and it works just fine. It's plenty fast enough. So I'm gonna make a charger. It's charging time. Okay. And now, if I stick you right here, and just a quick manual test, if I throw one in there, notice, right now it's a Certus quartz, but you see the juice flowing. It is now a charged Certus crystal. So it's a bit random in how quickly it charges. Sometimes it charges very fast and then sometimes it takes a minute, but it's not too bad. So that one was a little quicker. So I just need an automated way to push them into here. Okay. This will just keep stacking. This will be blah, 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 blah. So this is automated. Bzzzt. There are plenty of ways to do this. You can ask JEI for guidance. Oh, look at that. At this point, you should try to incorporate EMC links or energy condensers in your factories. Remember, though, if you play on a server, your EMC links don't work when you're not connected. We're not on a server, but that's okay. All right. Boom! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Ah, yeah. There she is. You see it? See it? This is what we've been striving for, folks. At least for this chapter. This is, I mean, it's not the end product, but you know, it's right up there. This is a conglomeration of quite a bit here. So, yeah, look at that. So once a second. It's good enough for me. We can do 20 ticks, which is a second, or we can actually do it in seconds. These are cool. I really like these. And that's just base create. I've never used this from the base create mod, but I really like that. That's cool. Finally, we have brass. This one is made by casting molten brass onto a casting table with a cast of your choice. Preferably the nugget cast. Boy, that's a lot of casting. Casting call, anybody? Nah. Oh, what did I say? The factory still needs you. And yeah, and we already have the screwdrivers, so this is all that's left. Now that I have pipes, I'm just gonna pipe this nonsense in. So I can make this as wide or not as wide as I want. I hope that's the right order. And just do it backwards. Electron tube, brass nugget, and then that. Yeah. Okay, let's get some power over here and we be done. Okay. Oh, I have some even. Here we go. Let's see. Oh. Oh, we did it. Look at that. Look how exciting that is. Oh my goodness. That's been a long time in the making. Look at that. Oh, I just threw it right in your face. Look at that. That's beautiful. I mean, it's very pixelated and who knows what it is, but it's beautiful. I love it. That was quite a bit of work. This chapter, I mean, it's probably a sign of things to come, but this chapter was a lot of work. It don't look like it really. This was a lot of work, so I mean, I guess I did a lot of prep work because I did the steam engine and I did all the EMC stuff. So yeah, this was a lot of prep work, but anywho, this is exciting. So cool. Now that we have a bunch of them, that's pretty dope. Let's go ahead and grab that. Quest completed, and then we can make one of these and get that quest and we be done. Give me that. You're not worthy. Give me that. There we go. Okay, now we have that, and we can make this, or not, because we didn't grab enough of them, but that's okay. Now we can make that. There we go. Look at that. Boom! That's chapter completed, son. I love just the sound effects at the end of these. I mean, it's just like any other mod pack, but it just makes all that hard work worth it. You know, it's like when your boss says, "Job well done." You don't get paid anymore, but it's just so worth it. All right. That was fun. I actually really enjoyed that chapter, even though it was a lot of work. I just like all the different steps, the melting and the EMC and the create, and yeah, a lot of the same too, just the crushing and grinding and smelting and washing, and yeah, it's just fun. A lot of fun stuff. This mod pack has been so much fun so far. But anywho, I really enjoy you, or let me start that over. I really appreciate you joining me for this. I hope you made it to the end, and if not, then I guess you won't see this, and you won't know otherwise. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks again for joining me, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'm gonna keep making content, whether you like and subscribe or not. But you know, it just motivates me and encourages me to make more. I love seeing comments and the likes and the subscribes coming in, so that's fun. It just makes it so much more worthwhile, you know. You could create them in a vacuum and watch them yourself, but where's the fun in that? I like interacting with the community, so I'm probably going to start doing Twitch soon too, so that'll take a little bit of setup, but look forward to that, maybe, possibly. But anywho, yeah, thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next chapter. Okay, love you, bye.